States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Today is Tuesday, September the 15th, 2015, 6 p.m. This is a regular meeting of the Greensburg Water Board. Have a roll call, Donna.
Chuck?
Here.
Tony?
Here.
Robin?
Present.
Frank and Iris are absent.
Minutes from August 18th meeting were distributed in your packet. Is there any corrections or objections to the minutes as distributed? Not, they will be accepted. You want to switch this around, Rick? You want to do the sanitary survey update first?
All I was kind of searching for something to put on with the river intake job going on. All this is, I wanted to make you aware that I have submitted the letter to IDEM stating that everything has been taken care of. At that time when I submitted it a week and a half ago, there was 2 items that was not taken care of, which one of those has been. One was the raw water backflow down in the raw water pit was leaking. It has since been replaced by National Water Service. This is one, a newer style. We can actually buy rebuild kits for it now if it ever goes bad again. And the other thing that's actually going to be put probably in our capital improvement plan would probably be our flow meters, 6-inch mag meters on each one of our individual wells. That's going to be an ongoing thing. That's pretty much it. I'm waiting to hear back from them so they can set up their time to come back through and check everything out.
Very good.
You got any questions for me on it, or? That being said, I can talk a little bit about the river until Darren gets here. He can give you the full. If you haven't been up there, they are still excavating rock. It's been pretty much rock all the way down. They have a pile of rock up there that is unbelievable. So, what their plans are is to renting a rock crusher and reusing a lot of that for base for a lot of the buildings or driveway or what have you. So it must be money saving if they can rent a rock crusher to do that, if that tells you how much is up there. I know it's not there yet on site. I'm guessing probably within the next couple weeks because they're going to be starting on the low lift station, which is pretty much all rock also. So if you do happen to venture up there, that's probably only about, I'm guessing, 60 to 70% of what's going to be there in the near future. They do have the pilings set in the river itself if you go up there. They're in the process of putting the slats in so they can de-water where the actual screens are going to go. I was up there this morning for a while. They do have some of the forming done on the low service pumps, which will be up hooked to the clarifier where the new clarifier is going to be. I think that's about it.
What are they doing? They blasting?
No, they actually have a big 330 John Deere excavator up there with a jackhammer on the end of it. So one guy is jackhammering it, the other guy is digging it out. And here's Brendan. He can give you an update on the clarifier.
Sure can.
But they jackhammer it, and one guy's on another excavator loading it as they go. It's kind of interesting to see the flat rock itself. It's like layers. So once they hit at what depth they need to be, it's pretty simple for them. It's pretty easy. You would think it'd be kind of jacked, but it's not. It's like a dinner table down there. Yeah, it's cool. There's Mr. Burkhardt. I'm gonna let him take over. I told the pilings, all that good stuff.
Don't have a whole lot to add. They're still excavating rock. I think they'll probably be doing that till the end of this week. Their steel guys are coming in later this week to start putting in the steel, rebar, or reinforcing for the concrete slabs. And they probably will be pouring next week. The concrete be this week, but next week.
Now, is this rock coming from the river bottom itself, Aaron?
The rock they're excavating out, yeah, all that whole area up through there is all, basically, it's pretty much about 2 feet down, 2 to 3 feet down, and you go right into rock. The rock from about 2 feet to about 15 feet, it's got a lot of cracks or fusions in it, so it breaks up pretty easily. This last 3 or 4 feet they have to get down to has been the harder stuff, but it's all pretty good rock. So there, and when I talked to them last Thursday, they indicate that the rock is as expected. There's been no surprises. It's breaking up how they thought it would. So.
Now, won't they eventually hit like shale or?
Where they're at now, I think they are. The only structure that's a little deeper is the low lift pump station, and that I don't think they're going to get that deep. We took borings down 50 feet, and we didn't have it. The rock doesn't change much after. Yeah, we're going down roughly. I think the deepest pot is about 30 feet. So they're what they're getting into is what they're going to stay into now. So it's about 15 to the last where they're at now with the clarifier and the low service pump station. The last 3 foot of that is where it got a little harder than it, but it's still breaking up pretty good there. When he talked to him last week, he says it's as expected. It's hard, but it's not anything we didn't have in the budget and plan on doing. So really, there are no really major issues to report. They're moving along. Probably this time next month they'll have a lot more concrete poured and that sort of thing. So there were shop drawings. We're approving shop drawings. We still got 4 outstanding of those, 4 or 5 of those yet. And I do have a pay request for you. They've requested payment for some mobilization along with some excavation for the clarifier in the little pump station. They've also, Rick alluded to, they drove the pilings for the coffer dam and what they'll use to protect the screens in the river. They did have one, I heard it had one little snafu with that. They're trying to, coffer dam is basically they build a steel area that they'll drive into and out into the muck and the mud of the river, and it will create a seal tight, and they'll pump the water out, and they'll be able to excavate that area in the water, keep that area that's out in the water dry. So it's a coffer dam. Basically, it's designed to create like a perimeter for them to temporarily do the work out in the river, so they won't be in the water when they do it. So, but again, they constructed this out of big steel plates, and they had welded the steel plates into like a U shape. And when they went to lift it, the welds didn't hold. They need to put some more bracing on it, so they fell apart when they tried to lift it in place. So that's been the only snafu that I know of they've had. So that's on them anyway. So. I think that it should take off that cover letter, Chuck, and there should be 4 of the same pay request. And there's a signature page on top that places for you guys to sign. Any other questions? Anything on the agenda?
I will give him an update on outside stuff going on, so we're really busy there.
I do know, Boris isn't here. Boris emailed me, wanting to take some photos and a story, but I told him to wait another couple weeks till we got some concrete stuff to show, so I'm looking for a story probably next month. Sorry, I'm late.
I'll give you a little update on what we've been doing outside also. Robin probably knows this, we're in the middle of replacing the main on Maple Street right now, from Hillside down to, what is that?
Erdman,
Or Erdman down to,
what is that?
it's to the T.
Sycamore Drive or?
No, that's not right. Yeah, anyway, there's roughly, I don't know, 1,200 foot, 1,500 foot there or something, I don't know. We're putting an 8-inch C900 in there to replace it. We've had 3 or 4 broken mains there in the last year, in the winter time, so the guy was getting a little upset about that. The water main on Hendrick Street is completed. We're waiting to, do yard work. I know we're getting some calls on that. However, it really hasn't settled long enough to go in and do the yard work yet. We'll be going back and adding dirt if we take any out right now. But that main's been replaced, and also we replaced the main on the end of Franklin off of 4th Street. So as a water board member, you might have got some calls on that because the road has been cut up for 3 or 4 months, and we do have a signed contract with O'Mara's to actually go in and build that street and totally repave it, so it'll be like new, hopefully within the month or so. I actually talked to, I think his name's Jason with O'Mara's Friday, somewhere around there. He said within a month he'll be in there to get that taken care of. So with everything at the plant, and the sanitary survey, and what the outside guys are doing, we've had a pretty busy year, so. Any questions? I don't spend any money this month, so, but I think I took care of that last month, didn't I?
You always seem to catch up.
Shoo! I caught up last month.
You'll be back next month.
One other thing too, just to touch base, since we was talking about chemicals last month, is, and I'm not sure if I don't believe so, I just did it in the last couple of weeks. We have made the transition from adding dry and liquid alum together to straight liquid alum. And so far, it's, everything is working great. We are adding sodium bicarbonate at the reservoir, which kind of brings our alkalinity up, which helps more than anything. And the way I see it, I'm guessing a 20 to 25% savings on what we're adding, straight liquid alum, compared to when we was adding the dry. So I'll know more in a few months after we keep this going. So I will bring you an update on that too.
Does anybody else have anything they'd like to bring before the board tonight? No. Adjourned.